Ghost towns in Canada. Abandoned towns or ghost towns can be found across Canada. While some ghost towns become tourist attractions, others are left to crumble. Here are the stories of 5 such sites. Bankhead, Banff National Park, Alberta. Called the 20-year town, Bankhead operated from 1903 to 1922. At the time, mining within Banff National Park was not only permitted, but encouraged. Mining companies like the Canadian Pacific Railway, which operated Bankhead, paid the government a royalty of 10 cents per ton of coal mined. The company abruptly closed the mine in 1922. The town was dismantled and some buildings were moved to the nearby town of Banff. POW Camp 30, Clarington, Ontario. This former reformatory school for boys opened in the 1920s and was transformed into a prisoner of war camp for captured German officers during the Second World War. The camp saw a major escape attempt from 4 prisoners, including the commander of a U-boat. It was also the site of a violent incident where prisoners barricaded themselves inside the buildings. After the war, it was used as a school again until it was abandoned in 2008, though there are ongoing efforts to restore it. Lake Minnewanka, Banff National Park, Alberta. Unlike the rest of the towns on this list, Lake Minnewanka is entirely underwater. This ghost town, which was originally a vacation village established in 1888, can only be viewed by experienced scuba divers. There are 2 submerged dams, one from 1895 and the other from 1912, as well as house foundations, a bridge, and several wharves. The town was flooded in 1941 when a 3rd dam was constructed under the War Measures Act. Île Bonaventure, Percé, Quebec. Visitors to Quebec's Parc National de l'Île Bonaventure et du Rocher Percé can tour an abandoned town and hike to a northern gannet colony with a population of 110,000 birds. A fishing town had existed on this island since the French era, but by around 1967 it had no year-round residents and was mostly a tourist destination. The island was purchased by the Quebec government in 1971, which made it part of the park. Broughton, Cape Breton Island, Nova Scotia. The founders of Broughton had high hopes for their company town, which was meant to house up to 10,000 residents. One of the first planned towns in Canada, it boasted 2 hotels and Canada's first revolving doors. However, the mining operation went bankrupt in 1907 when it failed to secure rail access to get the coal to port. After a brief stint as a military training camp during the First World War, the town became abandoned and has since crumbled into ruins. Learn more about these ghost towns in our article on the Canadian Encyclopedia.